Hi, the top 10 cocktail. The origin of the term cocktail is a bit hazy. Stirring of the perfect cocktail is the easiest way to impress someone, but only if you manage to get it right. If you have the ability to shake, stir, and strain and love to experiment, dive into the world of mixology. Throwing a cocktail party is probably the coolest thing to do. Now, the top 10 cocktail for me. Number 10, Apple Martini. The apple martini or appletini adds a twist to the typical dry martini. Vodka is used as opposed to gin as the basis of the cocktail. Apple is added for a sweet, but it is slightly sour twist. The cocktail is usually finished with lemon juice and garnished with a slice of apple. Now number 9, Long Island iced tea. It is a type of alcoholic mixed drink typically made with rum, tequila, vodka, gin and triple sec, finished with the mixture of sweet and sour cola and lemon juice. Tea is not actually an addition to the drink, but the ingredients used, predominantly the cola, provides the profile of tea with much more flavor. Now on 8, it is Californication. Californication, as used by red hot chili peppers, means the mixture of different cultures. The cocktail reflects this with the various spirits used within the cocktail from all over the world, a mixture of rum, vodka, tequila, gin, finished with orange liquor, lemon juice, and orange juice to mask the various spirits used throughout. It is strong and yet sweet. The cocktail is finished with either a slice of orange or a twisted peel of orange rind. Now on 7, it's Pina Colada, the classic tropical cocktail with a distinctive look and taste. More of a smoothie as opposed to an alcoholic beverage. A modesty yet perfect blend of coconut milk, rum, and pineapple juice has been a firm favorite throughout the years. Hi, today's discussion is on the business model of WeWork. WeWork was founded in 2010 by Adam Newman and Michael McKelvey. It gained popularity and quickly expanded to over 800 locations. WeWork's business model is to sign long-term leases with landlords which average about 15 years, dividing the space into smaller offices and subleasing to freelancers, startups and companies for short-term monthly leases. WeWork essentially put itself into long-term debt for short-term gain. Rather than focusing on profitability, WeWorks focused on growth, going into more ventures like their high-end gym known as Rise by V, a co-living venture V Live, a private school V Grow run by Adam Newman's wife Rebecca, and acquiring unrelated companies like Meetup, a social network for organizing events, and purchase a large stake in Wave Garden, a Spanish wave pool company. WeWork had high hope of its IPO, which were dashed when the company has to reveal its losses during the filing process. Prior to that, the company was largely viewed as one of the most successful and promising unicorn startup heading into 2020. WeWork lacked effective corporate governance. Adam recruited his wife Rebecca Newman as Chief Brands and Impact Officer and also made her a part of the co-founder of the company. He gave senior executive position to his close friends and family as well. These were some of the reasons the CEO Adam was forced to resign from the company. Adam Newman is also known for doing drugs on the company jet, and he was also caught trying to smuggle drugs into Israel. There have also been reports of Newman working to cement himself as a world leader instead of focusing on a successful running business. All this leads to a speculation and mistrust about WeWork's governance structure and direction, and likely played a role in its recent misfortune. One of the reasons WeWork was able to carry on unchecked over the year was due to the backing of SoftBank, the Japan-based multinational holdings company that owns an approximate of 29% share in WeWork. 2019 was a rough year for the co-working space company WeWork. At the beginning of the year, it was valued at $47 billion, making it the fourth highest valued startup in the world, and at the end, it was valued at less than $8 billion by its biggest investors. If your business model is a fraud, don't be too ambitious. Don't raise too much capital at too high valuation, and don't go for an IPO. Thank you.